My name is Mike Eckford. I'm a stand-up paddleboarder. I'm a stand-up paddle surfer as well, and a surfer. So I know how challenging what's happening this weekend is going to be. This Saturday, 9 paddlers actually, will be making their way from Nanaimo to Vancouver on stand-up paddleboards. Cross your fingers for nice weather. It's a long distance, and no matter what, it's going to be windy, so it'll be a rough course in parts, but it's for a good cause. They're raising money for Reuben Shoes. Harry Sami is joining us, one of those brave paddlers, and Desiree Dupuis is with Reuben Shoes. Hi, you guys. How are you?
Good. We're doing great.
Good. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's start with you, Harry. This is a daunting task.
It is.
Have you done anything? I mean, obviously, you're an experienced stand-up paddleboarder.
Yeah, I'd say I'm somewhat experienced. I paddled around Bowen Island just 2 weeks ago, and that was about 33 kilometers.
So you're close to a marathon. Marathon 42, right?
Yeah.
42K, so you're close to a marathon on a paddleboard.
Yeah, and that took 5.5 hours.
How did your body feel at the end of that?
Well, I mean, you're going around an island, so you're paddling on one side more than the other. So say my right side was pretty
It's like
done.
running on a road canter.
Yeah.
You know, you get one leg that's a little longer and a little shorter. Harry, how did this whole idea start? Where did this come from, this Nanaimo to Vancouver idea?
I don't know. I mean, we go to the island quite a bit. I surf in Tofino, and, we take the ferry across a lot. And I just thought, last year, it'd be really neat to cross this on a paddleboard. And a couple of my buddies have done this.
You're one of those guys that's like, hey, that'd be a neat idea, and then you actually do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's I had a buddy do it on a prone board, and another buddy that's out on the island do it on a paddle board, and took him, I think, 7 or 8 hours. And I mean, they're more experienced than myself.
Yeah.
So I figured, well, I want to do this, and I'll ask a couple of buddies to do it, and it just kind of grew from there. And
how did it turn into, an idea that you thought would be a neat idea into bringing in the charitable aspects with Reuben Shoes?
Well, I mean, it is a big challenge, and I thought it would be a great idea to tie it in with Reuben Shoes. I kind of got into paddleboarding. It's been a platform for me to get into fitness and to get into other health activities that I wasn't into before.
Yeah.
So I figure, Reuben Shoes, they give shoes to children and allows them to start on
a whole new path.
So I figure those two kind of, tie into each other.
Yeah, they certainly do. Desiree, let's talk more about Reuben Shoes. Tell us about this organization and what Reuben Shoes do. What the organization does.
Sure. It all started after my best friend Kelly met Reuben, the little boy that she's been sponsoring through World Vision for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
So he's a real little boy. He's 12 years old. He lives in the Dominican. And her idea was to start collecting shoes, used shoes, because when she met him for the first time, she just remembered all of the kids running around the village without any shoes. And when she did more research, she found out that shoes is an integral part of their uniform that they need, which is mandatory for them to go to school.
So they're not allowed to go to school if they don't have the shoes.
Exactly, yeah. So what she decided to do was start collecting from all of her friends. So Kelly's actually the founder of Reuben Shoes, Kelly Strongwith is actually very good friends with Harry. So it ties in to that. And yeah, we shipped a container with 12,000 pairs of shoes in the fall to the Dominican Republic.
Are you kidding me? Are these all new shoes? Or
they're gently used. So, you have a kid who wears the shoes maybe 3 times, and they're still in great condition.
I have 2 kids like that, because they grow like bloody weeds.
Yeah.
And you get a new pair of shoes, and they're out of them in no time.
We'll take them. Yeah, so right now we just boxed up 10,000. I think we're at 10,800 pairs to ship next month.
You mentioned something really interesting there. Kelly Strongwith, who's the founder of Reuben Shoes, when she met the child that she sponsors through World Vision. A lot of people are involved in those programs, but they never actually meet the kids that they're supporting as well. Obviously, this was a fundamental moment for Kelly and obviously for Reuben, like you said, the real boy as well.
Absolutely. It was a life-changing experience for her. She came back a changed person. She found passion and purpose for her life, and me being her best friend, I saw that and wanted to jump on board with this project right away. She had no clue that her house would turn into a shoe factory. That my car is full of shoes right now, no joke. We spend so much of our time running around collecting used shoes, and it's grown from there. Our focus right now is also to invest in projects based on education to really help kids go to school, and the shoes provide that platform for them for future opportunities to change their lives. She actually just got back from the Dominican Republic at midnight last night. So.
Desiree, do you have any experience in this, or does Kelly? I mean, in building out something like this, because like you say, it's starting with shoes, but obviously once you get involved, once you meet the kids, the opportunities for assisting them in their lives in really fundamental ways, they begin to open up, and you begin to see all the opportunities.
Yeah, that's why that's been like the coolest, most fun thing about it is it was absolutely non-intentional for us to start a charity or think that we could do something on this scale, but we've had so much support from people like Harry and from our community in the Tri-Cities. The province featured an article. One of our board members is Michael Bublé's sister. So
nice.
Just like, honestly, we've been shooting from the hip. We have no idea what we're doing. I don't even know how we thought we could ship a container to a third world country. And
so, UPS for this, or what do we do here?
But it's just the universe is just coming together, and like I said, it's been a phenomenal experience.
Harry, how motivating is this? I mean, when you're thinking about doing something, this, like you said, starts out as a cool idea. Hey, let's get some people together, but then you see it start to build like this, and you see how it's such a simple action, something that's a fascination for you, can really have a fundamental effect on things. It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I
mean, like this.
It's very motivating. I have kids of my own, so it's very motivating.
How many shoes do they go through? It's stunning to me. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a 2-year-old and I've got a 5-year-old, and
they're in and done.
I feel like we're buying shoes every 3 or 4 months.
I will say that Harry was one of our first supporters when we launched this last spring, around March. He was in Hawaii with his family, and we got a shipment in our office with a whole bunch of new pairs of Crocs and shoes. So he was like, Harry's been amazing.
I was paddle surfing in Hawaii, by the way.
Training, trying to experience a great place to paddleboard surf as well. How does it work? How can people support? How can people get involved? I mean, they've heard this story. They know what's going on. Give us the logistics of this.
Yeah, so we're going to be arriving, hopefully, if we leave on Saturday. It's all weather dependent, so we're either going to leave Saturday or
It's looking
Sunday.
pretty good so far.
Yeah.
You guys must be weather obsessed right now.
We are, yeah. I mean, literally every hour we're checking the weather, we're checking the wind.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. It may end up being Sunday. We're leaving at 5 a.m. from Nanaimo, 4 or 5 a.m. Nanaimo, and planning on arriving at Sunset Beach between 2 and 5. At the beach, Desiree and Kelly and a few other friends are going to be there collecting shoes and donations. We have a website set up as well where you can donate online. And once the shoes are collected, we still need to have funds to ship the shoes and, build homes and whatnot. So
it's Nanaimo2, the number 2, Vancouver.ca as well, the website. So people can come down there and clap you home on the final stretch as well and be there to sort of experience the whole thing.
I was just thinking, 3 years ago is when I started paddleboarding. For me, my first paddle was across Davidland Park to Creekside. Yeah. And I went home and I told my wife it was barely 300, 400 meters. I just crossed from one side to the other side. Can you believe it?
Isn't it stunning for people that haven't done it before? Because when things reach critical mass, most people understand what stand-up paddleboarding is now. They start mentally to be like, I don't know. Yeah. There's something so fundamental and so fascinating about being on the water and being so close to the water while you're on it that's unlike anything else I've experienced. I mean, surfing obviously feels like that, but paddleboarding, you have the ability to go wherever the heck you want.
Yeah, anywhere on a river, ocean, lakes. I went out this morning and there was a seal following me around just off of Sunset Beach. It's just amazing.
There's orcas cruising all the way along your route right now as well.
I'm hoping for that. I'm really hoping for that. We have a camera guy, a photo guy that's coming along, and we're hoping we're going to see tons of dolphins and orcas.
And see, there's your first sound effect. I don't know if you could hear it, but he had the whale in there as he went. And Reuben Shoes, Desiree, outside of the Nanaimo to Vancouver event, how can people participate in this? How can they find you guys?
Yeah, we have a website as well, ReubensShoes.com, and we're gladly accepting donations. We are, like I said, all of the money it's 100% volunteer, so all of the money goes directly to the projects, and we are funding 2 schools right now. One of them is primarily for Haitian kids and providing them with life-changing opportunities. So check out our website. Please like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of those places.
Very nice. And the go-to portal, the easy source is nanaimo2vancouver.ca, and you'll see a fundraiser link on there as well where you can donate directly, donate some cash and help out with this. They're getting very close to their goal as well. We'd love to see them pushed over the top on this as well. So once again, go nanaimo2vancouver.ca, and either Saturday morning at 5 a.m. or Sunday morning at 5 a.m., the 28th or the 29th, you guys will be launching from Nanaimo and arriving in Vancouver. Where and when?
Sunset Beach.
Sunset Beach?
Yeah.
Approximate time, 5, we're hoping?
Yeah, between 4 and 5 p.m.
Between 4 and 5. Go down there and clap them in. What a great adventure. Harry, thank you for joining us. Desiree, thank you for joining us. You guys, marvelous stuff. You've got it on the shift on CKNW News Talk 980.